Now, obviously, me being a dropout, I don't have a degree, so I'm not a certified or licensed engineer. If you still feel wronged and this does not suffice for you, then I don't really give a f***. Simple as that.
Mutahar just dropped the worst apology video of 2025 after getting exposed as a fraud and habitual liar, dodging accountability, hiding the response in the middle of a 30-minute video, and basically just told his fans to get over it. Now, in case you're not caught up with this story, let me give you a quick rundown. On the 27th of July 2025, a YouTuber named Nikandros uploaded a video titled, "Mutahar has been a fake engineer for 10 years, calling Mutahar out for some questionable behavior and highlighting some of his biggest lies for the past decade. From simple things like claiming he left Twitter in August 2024, only to quietly reactivate 2 months later and wipe 9 months worth of tweets, to making a full-blown hit piece on his longtime friend Nux Taku when Nux got exposed for watching Loli, then quietly deleting the video after the two settled things in private. Who could forget the time he jumped on the Nintendo Switch 2 boycott, calling out the company for jacking up prices, then turned around and bought the console the exact day it dropped. But while Nikandros thought those moments were worth calling out, his biggest issue with Mutahar has always been the fact that he's been lying about being an engineer for over a decade.
I'm an engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm only an engineer. Oh, I'm an engineer.
Throughout his career, Mutahar has kept up this story that YouTube isn't his main gig. He says he still works a regular 9 to 5 and only does YouTube as a side hustle. But when you remember this guy uploads videos literally every single day, yeah, that claim starts sounding pretty shaky. Now, if you watch Nikandros' video, you'll notice Mutahar brings up his so-called 9 to 5 jobs a lot. So, is he a computer engineer? A video engineer? A day trader? A real estate developer? What exactly does Mutahar do when he's not on YouTube? Well, that's the mystery we're all still trying to crack. Honestly, my first instinct when I saw this video was to write it off as just another nothing burger getting blown way out of proportion. I mean, who really cares if Mutahar's a real engineer or not? It's not like he's doing anything illegal, right? Well, turns out he might actually be. In Canada, where Mutahar lives, claiming to be an engineer without the proper license is actually against the law. If you want to practice engineering or even just use the title engineer, you have to be licensed by the provincial or territorial engineering regulator. The whole point is to protect public safety and make sure these activities are done by licensed professionals who follow strict ethical and professional standards. So, how do we know Mutahar isn't actually an engineer like he claims? Well, maybe because he dropped out of college. Without a college degree, or any of the other required credentials, Mutahar can't legally call himself an engineer under Canadian law. And if you look at his LinkedIn, his highest listed qualification is a diploma in cinematography and film video production from Humber College. Based on Nikandros' video, he's even mentioned working in film and television a couple of times.
Stuff on the side even before YouTube as well. But this really changed me, and it made me more passionate in the whole, video production side too. So now that is my field of choice. Now I work as a video editor. For those of you who don't know what I do outside of YouTube, I do that. I work as a video editor for my own post stuff.
So, why is it a big deal anyway? What if he isn't an engineer, and he claims to be one? What's the problem with that? Well, aside from the legal side I just talked about, lying about your job makes you look bad, especially for the kind of content Mutahar makes. One of the big reasons he keeps bringing up his engineering job is to put himself on a pedestal whenever he talks about certain topics. It's so his audience sees him not as just another YouTuber with a random opinion, but as a professional who's been in the field for over a decade. And then there's the trust factor. If you can't keep your story straight about something as basic as your job, how are your fans supposed to trust you on anything else? By claiming YouTube is just his side hustle, Mutahar sidesteps the stereotype of full-time YouTubers being unemployed slop lords. Nikandros' video ended up attracting some attention, gaining over 500,000 views, and kickstarting this wave of backlash against Mutahar. Commentary channels were calling him out for lying, fans were dragging him for being inconsistent about stories nobody even asked for, and for a while, Mutahar became the internet's favorite punching bag. And how did he respond? Well, he did what any other YouTuber would do: drop an apology. Okay, maybe apology is a stretch. First, because of all the trolling, Mutahar reportedly banned the word engineer from his comments section. Then he took a 7-day break for the first time in forever, And when he came back, he was ready to set things straight. On the 6th of August, Mutahar uploaded a 32-minute video titled "It's Been a Wild Week." And just about 2.5 minutes in, he said this.
And I want to just start talking a little bit. I know there's been some drama, and I want to kind of address things here really quickly. So obviously, I have been calling myself an engineer, in some cases a programmer, a cybersecurity engineer, whatever you can call it.
Then he explained that he's never hidden the fact that he dropped out of college and admitted he's not actually an engineer.
And, I apparently have also been a dropout, which I don't hide. Now, obviously, me being a dropout, I don't have a degree, so I'm not a certified or licensed engineer.
At this point, you can see where it's going. He's not apologizing, he's downplaying it. His argument was basically that it's not a big deal because he's been able to teach his fans a thing or two about programming over the years. And just when you think the deflection couldn't get any worse, Mutahar said this.
Now, if you feel offended, if you feel wronged that I called myself an engineer while not being a degree-holding engineer, then for that I do apologize. And I will denigrate myself to, programmer or a fat Indian guy that knows a bit about computers. That's what I'll leave it at.
But that's not where it ends, because Mutahar then makes it crystal clear he's not even a little bit sorry about any of this.
Now again, if you want to stick around, awesome. If you still feel wronged and this does not suffice for you, then I don't really give a f***. Simple as that.
Now, Nikandros has said he's not done with the Mutahar story, so we might just have to wait and see what else comes out. But what do you think? Was this whole thing just a giant nothing burger, or did Mutahar just take another massive hit to his reputation? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.